Time for a couple more. Hey.
Yeah, I felt like Marv was kind of the moral compass of this movie. How early did that sort of emerge as a through line for sort of all the stories?
Marv is a moral compass.
It's Sin City. He is considered the moral compass in that world.
Well, yeah, I guess it depends on the story. But he really plays. I mean, it's funny, especially working with Mickey, but working with Marv is he tends to write himself, and he tends to have a very profound sense of right and wrong, that's disguised by his slovenly and terrifying behavior.
So, like all of us. Hey there.
My question is for Jessica. As talking about costume, did you kind of put some of your idea to the your costume, or what was the reaction of the costume? What show you and oh, okay, it's some more like a covered, show more skins, or could you talk about the
Questions about the costume.
Yeah, Nina and I, it's who Robert has worked with for a long time, since forever, really. She's incredibly creative and so amazing. And I literally just like pulled together a bunch of things, and she pulled together a bunch of things, and we threw them all together on in a pile on the ground. And I had wigs, and I was trying things on, and it was like we figured it out together, and we created it together. And I really wanted each costume to reflect what was happening to Nancy emotionally at that point. So it made sense when you pick up her character in the end that she has that breakdown. And so that's sort of how we thought about the costumes and the looks and the dances and everything. And you guys just see just like a tiny little piece of it, but I think it was enough.
Yeah, all of them. Yeah, all the costumes were represented. They're all great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Robert and Frank, I was wondering, your collaboration, and maybe Frank also, you're seeing your movies, your work get adapted to the screen. Has it affected your art? And Robert, how do you think the collaboration's affected your filmmaking?
Well, as far as how it's affected my artwork, it's probably made me more aware of character. Working with the kind of talent I've gotten to work with the cast of Sin City makes me think probably more fully dimensionally about what is going on behind their eyes. But I draw the way I draw, and ain't nothing would change that.
It is interesting, though. You said it would be hard to draw these characters again and have them not look like the actors now that they've taken over.
Oh yeah. I sit down and draw Marv, and I think, boy, I could throw a little Mickey in there. I mean, I don't think I'll do another dancing Nancy Callahan scene after seeing what Jessica does because she topped me.
You can take the Frank Miller out of the Sin City, but you can't take the Sin City out of Frank Miller.
For me, I mean, I think I learn so much every time I work with somebody, and the actors, but especially this kind of a movie where the idea from the beginning was it's just his visual storytelling was just so bold. When you read the book, you'd read the book and just be breathless and go, movies aren't like this at all. Let's not take this book and turn it into a movie. Let's take movies and turn it into the graphic novel. Let's do that instead. And people won't even know what they're looking at. It's still visual storytelling, but it's just approached completely different. And the two mediums don't have to be separate mediums. They could be one and the same, but people just have a block. And, well, that's a graphic novel. That's totally different. Movies are this thing. If you flip that, what happens? And that affects everything you do after, because then you rethink everything that you do. You rethink why you make a movie a certain way. So it helps, I think, push you into more experimental ground for everything you do after that, to go and embark on that. And even I'm still learning. Everyone's so different. Every performance is different. How an actor works, you don't know. And I've worked with many fantastic actors, and they're all different. To judge performance, it's really difficult. You never really know. Like Ava was saying, her first scene was when had trouble with was when she was there with the cops. and she's emoting. I'm looking at it from the wide. We're shooting the wide first. I'm thinking, I keep telling her, I don't think they're gonna buy it. I think you're being over hysterical. I don't think I would buy it. I would know that you're lying. They're cops. And they go, well, let me move around to the close-up. So, this looks like one thing, but then you come over here. And you see those eyes and how she's working him, and you're going, oh my God, they're falling for it big time. I would fall for it. I wouldn't care what she's saying at that point. She's using her eyes like a weapon. And you don't know. You got to be able to see you have to see the picture from all the angles you're going to use before you can really judge. So sometimes that taught me to, sometimes start with a close-up, the big no-no, because then you know if it's working instead of starting wide. That happened to me before with Mickey. I started with a wide and realized he's giving a close-up performance now. Drop the wide, let's move up close. And that was the whole scene, and it was magnetic. Sometimes that first instinct they have is better than anything you could approach to come up with yourself.
Well, Sin City 2, Dame to Kill For is a movie to kill for. So thanks, guys, for coming out. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.